Hello, welcome to join Edgecore Manage Wired and Wireless Solution. Please wait for 1 minute. Thank you. Okay, my name is Max. I'm Edgecore Wireless Product Manager. So let us go through our today's agenda. For Edgecore solutions, actually we have a lot. We have the EC cloud-based solution. We have the traditional controller-based solution. We have the enterprise switch product line. We have the access point product portfolio. And except the standard the Wi-Fi solution, so actually we also join the Telegraph is based on L2.11ay 60 GHz for the point to multipoint solution. And we join the TIP is the telecom infrastructure is open Wi-Fi. So actually we are the certified the TIP open Wi-Fi solution vendor. And after that, I will show you the Edge Core product roadmap. And last one, to show you some our successful cases. EC Cloud actually is a public cloud solution. Is the centralized management. So actually for the whole Edge Core, indoor, outdoor access point, switch product line, and especially for the broadband city guard solution can be under the same the cloud management. It can do the multiple site and the multiple level the management. You can do the whole a lot of the device the setting. It can also can do the customize the KD portal. You can come out the reporting by monthly or even yearly. So it's very good and very useful for the monitoring and the access the platform. And here, just let you know, now we had Wi-Fi 5, we had Wi-Fi 6, indoor, outdoor access point, and also we have the cost-effective the IP55 and the IP68 outdoor access point. Now for the switch part, and we have the weight-based smart layer 2, or after that, we will also add the layer 3 switches to enrich the network, the switch product line. Last one is the broadband access. So that's what I mentioned. We joined the Telegraph. It's based on the L211ay CD Hertz solution. For the EC cloud hierarchy, the design actually we just providing three layers. The top one is a cloud level. Under the cloud, you can create the site. So that's the reason you can do the multiple tenancy. After the site, you can have your manual devices, no matter access point switch or even like a CR solution. So if you are the cloud owner, you can see the whole cloud information. You also can set a different position like the cloud A and the cloud B, then the network and information is independent. So you can do the role-based administrative privileges. And this one give you the clear picture for the cloud. Actually, you can see we integrate with the Google Map. So you can see the real-time, the data, the active, like the wireless client, or you can do the switch, the setting. And here the alerts and the notifications, actually, you also can set a different level. For example, if you just want to see a network cannot fail, then the system can send an alarm to you. So actually you can save your time to check which alarm information you want to get. The last one is the switch port activities. So actually you can switch the setting web page, you can do the provisioning, you can do the VLAN setting, you can do the like IGMP settings by the EC Cloud. And for the EC Cloud, we want to reduce some human error and want to secure the whole network, the security. So we also like the port security, we can use the physical port or use the MAC address or like an IP address. We can block some port to prevent like hackers want to attack this network. And for the VLAN setting automatic sync, that means everyone knows like the switch, you can do the setting. For the access point, you also can do the VLAN setting. But if the two devices, the setting, the policy is different, then the network cannot work. So we can use the EC Cloud to do just one-time VLAN setting. It will be automatically provisioning on the switch and the access point at the same time. So you can reduce the human error. And also we can provide, we call this auth port. You can do the AAA, you can do the authentication, authorization, and accounting. You can create your service plan. You can apply under like an access point or even like a SSID. So you can provision the whole service plan to different customers type. And also in the EC Cloud, you can do the captive portal editor. We create a very intuitive design is as long as you create like use the mouse, drag the pattern here, then it will create a dialog automatically. We support like a lot of social media. You also can drop social media here. You can have the task. You can have like some video link, and you also can change the background. So as I mentioned, that captive portal we can apply by SSID. So for example, you are a service provider, yeah, you can provide one dedicated SSID to the hotel, the other SSID for like a coffee shop. You can help them to do the electronic advertisement. You do not use the paper. And you can choose the background and a lot of different like promotion information by yourself. Okay, let us talk about a controller-based solution. So for the edge core controller-based solution, we are not likely about like the Cisco design. For our design idea is which we can do the access point management plus the hotspot gateway function inside. So let I show you the one picture. You can see our SKUs will all support a dual WAN port. You can use the WAN port, you can do the failover, you can do the load balance. This control you also can do the multiple tenancy. Will allow you to create the service zone. After the service zone, you also can create your different policy, like layer 2 firewall policy, like internet access time, idle time. So the service zone is also independent. Okay. And via this the cloud controller-based platform, you also can do the user management, and we integrate with the hotspot function and the billing platform inside. So for the access point part, we also optimize the access point. You can get the seamless roaming as well. And this one is the key features. So as I mentioned, that there is a controllers support a lot of the hotspot features. And from our design, you can create the tunnels. It can be flexible no matter you are layer 2 or layer 3 network environment. We can fulfill. And you also can do the role-based user policy by different location and the scale. Last one is similar to like EC Cloud. We provide a customized the captive portal platform. You can do the customization by yourself. Okay, let's picture just help the service provider or like a system integrator which controller skill you need to choose. Okay, vertical part is the maximum our suggestions recommendation user number, and here horizontal one it is the like management access point. So to the cross check, you can choose the right models. Okay, Then this one is our whole the edge core controller the SKU. Okay, so from the EWS 101 and 5203 or 407 and 1000, the difference is just the management access point number different and the max concurrent users or like a local account. So as I mentioned for the WAN port, except the EIP101 smaller one, from the 05203 will all support the two WAN port. So you can do a load balance, you can do the failover. Then since we support the WAN port, so you can imagine support like the routing function and also layer 2 firewall inside. And now let us talk about enterprise switch. So actually, the for edge core we have the like the from the basic from the down switches with smart plus, layer two, and layer three switches with PoE function, without PoE function. Actually, we have the very complicated skills for the customers. And for ECS 2100 series, so actually even we regard as the way smart, the switch, but actually we also support layer 3 static routing. So you can do like a layer 3 the static route. And this one is the fanless and very cost effective. And for the feature wise, I think for this part, yeah, we designed that the very like a commercial grade a dashboard with we setting since it's very smart. You do not use the CLI command to access a lot of the features. And also here you can see we can do the storm control L2.1x, port security, and also like the IAAA, or even like the Q in Q. Okay, actually for the enterprise application, you all need like Q in Q application and also like the IP clustering. And for the ECS 2100, I think this one we saw a lot, especially for the small medium enterprise in hotel like shopping mall, hospital, and for the campus because you also can be, especially you support the PoE, can provide the power to the access point. So we all provide from the wired to the wireless with the controllers or with the EC cloud solution to the customers. That is why it's the ECS 4100 series. Actually, it's the typical layer 2 switches. So same, we support the QNQ and ERPS and L2.1 AG and the die gasp, okay, DDM, and also with the static route function inside. For the 16K Mac agents. Okay, so we also support a lot of same like with smart function, ACL, access control list, storm control, and CPU guard is CPU option 82. Okay, let us talk about the access point. For the whole edge core, no matter it's Wi-Fi 5 and Wi-Fi 6, so actually from the Wi-Fi 6, it can support three more. You just buy the one hardware, but you can run a standalone mode. You can be managed by the controllers or even by the EC card. So actually, you can do the setting via the web GUI, which mode you want to run. Okay. So every radio we support the 16 ESSID. So this is dual band. Actually, you can support 32 ESSID and provide a layer 2 firewall function inside. Okay, last one is Wi-Fi 6 indoor access point. EAP 101 is the 2 by 2. And here we also support the Bluetooth and the Zigbee inside because for the EAP 101, we can just use the Zigbee to connect. You know that a lot of the IoT sensor, they use the Zigbee solution. So we can use the EAP 101 to get the IoT sensor, the signal, and back maybe to the EC cloud. Then we can do the big data analysis. Okay. So for the EIP 102, this one is a 4 by 4 and Wi-Fi 6. So even it's a Wi-Fi 6 4x4, it still can be powered by AO 2.38T. And not you do not need use like the AO 2.3 BT because the supported BT, the pure switch is very, very expensive. So we all control well, no matter it's a 2x2 or 4x4, can be powered by AO 2.38T. So now talk about Wi-Fi 5. Even Wi-Fi 5 is not the mainstream now, but for our deployment cases, it seems that some applications Wi-Fi 5 still can fulfill very well. Okay, so we still keep Wi-Fi 5. So EC.5 to implementation is a Web 2, 2x2, and also have the Bluetooth the support and is the 5410-0. This one is the 4x4, also with the Bluetooth support, and it can be powered by L23 and AF for 520, 5211-0, and L2.3AT is for the 5410-0. And now this one is a Wi-Fi 5 auto access point. For Ethernet 05 to Ethernet shell, this one is Web 2, and you can see is also support the Bluetooth inside, and IP rating is IP68. So operating temperature can achieve -40 to 65. Okay, so no matter what kind of severe environment, I think we can fulfill. And OIP 100, we got a word from the Taiwan status. I think we add a lot of advanced feature inside. So on the top one, you can see the radio part, Bluetooth, and also we have one option is LTE. So we support one PCI interface LTE. If you want to regard like OB100 as like a mobile hotspot, you can use the 4G to get internet and share the 2.4 and 5 gigahertz for the client internet access. And here we implement two antenna segment inside. So you can see the antenna part. Option one, yeah, is the all like the omnidirectional for the 2.4, and you can do the directional antenna for the 5 gigahertz. The other one is the all directional antenna. So actually, you can use the software. You can select it. So you just need to deploy the OB100 everywhere. Then you can choose this one you want to do the point to point, or you want to point to multiple point to get the better coverage. So IP rating, same IP68 -40 to 65. Okay, then this one is the Telegram, the certified products. And for the Telegram, actually, we work with the Facebook. So we get the Facebook technical transfer to us. Then we optimize the whole the product's performance, and we also have them under the EC Cloud management. It's based on L211AY chipset. Okay, so you can use the very proprietary resilient mesh network, and they do not use the Wi-Fi standard. They use the time division multiple access TDMA, support the beamforming with the phase array antennas, and the latency is also very extremely low. It's almost you can fulfill like the 5G, the base station you can regard as the last mile location. Okay, so here just let you know, actually for the Edgecore, we are not the new one just facing this gigahertz. So actually in 2015, we are the first one, okay, we use the based on L2.11ad standard, we provide a long distance solution. Okay, at that time, we can achieve 1 kilometer, 1 gigabit per second. Then in 2018, then we provide a long distance, we can achieve 2.5 gigabits per second still under like 1 kilometer and provide a tri-band 2.4, 5 gigahertz and 6 gigahertz inside. You can likely, like the base station, cover 360 degrees, can do the point to multiple point solution. So this year, we migrate from L2.11ad to the 11ay and certified by the Telegraph. And for MLTG360, actually this one we call this the distributor node. You can regard it as a kind of the base station. Okay, so very powerful. So you can see the CR's radios can support like the 42 antenna elements per just antenna tip. Okay, so it's the 90-degree to the direction one sector. So we have a four sector inside, so can cover 600, 360 degree. And in order the throughput can achieve 7.2 gigabits per second, so we also provide one 10G SFP plus port. And because this DN will set up in the street furniture, on the top of street furniture. So also one port, gigaport can provide a PoE out. So you can provide power to like the IP surveillance, like the IP camera. The IP rating, it is IP66. For MLTG-CN, from the network topology, it will be behind MLTG 360 behind the DN. So this one is very compact. You can see the dimensions. Okay, very light. It's just one sector. So the antenna can support 90 degrees. And this one just 1 gigaport for the PoE in. Okay, so for the range distance part for MLTG 360, so you can see in the modulation coding scheme 9, now we can achieve the 200 meters. For sure, we will enhance the performance. And for MLTG CN, now in MCS 9, we can achieve 150 meters now. So here to let you know for the DN, even we support 360 degree, but for some use case, maybe you do not to cover like an OMI environment. For example, for some corner, you just need the two direction. So you will need to choose the 180 degrees. So we provide four different types skills to customers. This one is the typical topology for the TeraGrid solution. So for MLTG 360, actually you can use the mesh to connect to each other. Okay. Behind the DN, okay, you can have the CN. The CN for sure you can connect to like the access point or like the switch. Okay. So you can create a wireless gigabit network in like urban areas, or if you want to serve like a suburban areas, actually we do have a solution in future. Last one is the MLTG 360 with the jet bracket. So very robust one because as I mentioned, always was set up on top of the switch furnitures. So it support like beamforming, faster antennas, so we can for sure for the CN side, the connections, the signal were pretty good. And here, this MLTG-CN with bracket. In order, the CN part need to fulfill different environments, so we design three types. The first one we call the pole mount bracket is the standard array. Okay. Then if you want to have the vertical rotation, so actually you can choose ICC-P20. The up and down you can set like a 20 degrees. Okay, each. Then if you want to adjust like a horizontal rotation, so actually you can choose the last one. Okay, you can do the horizontal rotation, the degrees will be 90 degree, 90 degree plus vertical rotation. Okay, let's talk about the tip, the open Wi-Fi. So for the tip, actually, it's a very big group. The, the tip open Wi-Fi, just one of them. Here, the idea is the tip open Wi-Fi, they try to create a one open source community. For the Edgecore part, now we contribute to the Y-box hardware like Wi-Fi 5, Wi-Fi 6. Then chip open Wi-Fi, they have the one dedicated software team based on OpenWRT and try to enhance a lot of features. And in order to manage all certified tip devices, they also provide one Cloud SDK with no spark API. So for like OEM, OE means some software companies, okay, they can do for like the ISP vendors, you need there's some features, but you want to the open source from the tip of Wi-Fi, then this software company can do the customization, the features to this ISP. And the Wi-Fi OEM part, like the Edgecore, we can provide a turnkey solution based on the whole tip open Wi-Fi solution as well. But we do have our software team. We know the OpenWrt. We can create our features to run on the top of the tip open Wi-Fi features. So last one is the service provider. I think this one, if they just think the tip open Wi-Fi features is pretty enough, then it will be easy download that and add their company logo and become their service platform. And the other one is the tip open Wi-Fi. Actually, if you join this group, actually it allows you to download the whole device's source code and the Cloud SDK API, the source code. So actually you can handle everything. But if you think you want to contribute the features to the tip, yeah, the tip open Wi-Fi also welcome you to do that. So it's a very good interaction. And for the Edgecore part, um, for sure, Edgecore is not the only one, yeah, to join the tip open Wi-Fi. For us, we will contribute to Edgecore access point hardware and also actually you buy the Edgecore access point, we all provide a commercial grade web resetting. Okay, because for the typical Wi-Fi, they provide one very clean and not so organized. Okay, the dashboard or the setting, but for Edgecore part, we already optimized that. For sure, the core base still based on the typical Wi-Fi. So as I mentioned, tip open Wi-Fi, they can create a lot of features, enterprise features. And if you are the ISP, then for Edgecore, we try to enlarge the memory size because otherwise you have some features you want to implement, but the memory will become the bottleneck. We do not want to see that happen. Okay, then why Edgecore? So I think there are four main reasons. Okay, the first one is let us show you the products what we contribute. For Edgecore, now we already contribute to the Wi-Fi 5, Wi-Fi 6 indoor outdoor access point. Actually, in just at the end of this year, we also will contribute Wi-Fi 6E. Okay, add the 6 GHz radio inside. So for the access point device part, we already applied international certification, okay, like the CFCC or even like some TELIC for Japan or Anatel for Brazil, or we can do the homologation for some APAC regions. And the other one is we do have our manufacturer, so we can do the quality control. And for us, not just rely on the tip of Wi-Fi, the auto testing procedure, but us, we also have our chambers testing bed and test environment, and also we can provide the complete logistics and RMA service. And because Edgecore is a branding company, so we do have our distributors and our partners in worldwide market. So actually, we can do the first line, the technical support to the customers. For sure, the customer also can have issues to release the typical Wi-Fi. But if you buy from the Edgecore, actually you can get very just real time the support. Okay, that's why as I mentioned, and we enhance a lot for the web, so you can be easy to quick start up. Okay, this one, yeah, I already mentioned our access point skill. So we already contribute EAP 101 and 102, and also the Wi-Fi 5, 5.2M-L, 5410-L. And here for the auto part, we contribute three skills. The first one is SP-W2-AC 1200. This view is IP55. Okay, so actually we saw a lot to the Latin America for the hotspot service. So it can run well, and even if it's IP55 and an internal, the omnidirectional. Then we have this SSW2 AC 2600. This one is 4x4, same IP rating, if the IP55. Last one is OB100. So I don't want to mention again. Very powerful, two antenna inside, support LTE and the Bluetooth, and we also have the like a GPS and the G sensors for the customer to adjust the antenna's direction. Okay, so here you may just wondering, since this is the tip open Wi-Fi, should be like a wireless products, why the PO switch is here? Okay, it, it's good question. So for us, because we have very good relationship with the tip of Wi-Fi, so since they already support the cloud SDK, so sometimes if you take the cell phone, you can get a signal, then you will just complain to say, hey, this SS coin cannot work. But actually, sometimes the issues may be in switch, especially like the PoE switch. Okay, so you just need like the power off and the power on, reboot the PoE, then the whole network, the system will come back. So we just propose the tip of why say, hey, for Edgecore, we also can contribute like a switch, especially with PoE function together. You use your native cloud SDK, you can manage it from the wire to wireless. So tip of Wi-Fi accept that. So actually in the tip of Wi-Fi, we are the only one contribute the PoE switch. So the first one is the ECS 4100-12PH. So this one you can support 8 giga port, then two fast Ethernet and 1 gig uplink SFP port, support PoE 30 watt and 24 gigabits per second to the switching capacity. This one can be for the Wi-Fi 5, okay, or you want to regard as cost effective for the Wi-Fi 6. But for the Wi-Fi 6, it would dedicate the model will be ECS 4125-10P because it can support 2.5 giga Ethernet. You know, like Wi-Fi 6 always achieve like a 1.8 or even like the 2.4 gigabit per second. So we do not can allow like the physical the Ethernet interface as the bottleneck. And this one also can support the 10G SFP plus. You can see we have the two port 10G SFP plus port. So Ultra PoE can support 60 watt and 80 gigabit per second switching capacity. Okay. So now if you join the tip of Wi-Fi, you don't know the U Central, but I can let you know U Central is the latest the Cloud SDK 2.0 from the tip open Wi-Fi. So now the good news is actually on this Monday, Rolly demo to use not the native tip, the Cloud SDK, we use the EC Cloud because we are EC Cloud already integrate with the Cloud SDK 2.0. Then we call it U Central, use the API. Then now, if you want to use the EC Cloud to manage not just the Edgecore branding devices, but the other branding, the tip certified devices, the Edge, you can have another option for the cloud management. It is EC Cloud. Just give you the different the choice. Okay, for sure you can manage for the whole edge core the products as I mentioned here. Okay, so now let us talk about like the specific case for the education for the e-learning. We just pick up some use case only. Okay, here actually this one is the controller-based solution. So just let you know you can use this controller to do the HA. Then you can see you can fulfill 6,000 access point. So for the access point, at that time is a Wi-Fi 5 2x2 indoor access point that will support 275 schools. So just need the two controllers. You can regard one is the active, the other one is the standby. You can do the HA. Okay. And also we provide one access point support LTE. Okay, then they can regard this as its coin so for the mobility service because the teachers sometimes they will do the outside the meetings, they will tag lead some students so they can regard as a mobile device with LTE function support. We also provide some power bank to them to at least the power can them to use more than like 8 hours. So that is good for the education e-learning application. Okay, the next one is the Edgecore the product roadmap here. Okay, so now actually for the MLTG-CN8R, this one is the MLTG series, is the TerraGraph Solution series. Okay, because as I mentioned, like a CN, just a 200 meters. The customer just want to do the 2 CN as the point to point, just 200 meters, too short. So we design this is the can achieve the 1 kilometer, 1 gigabit per second now, but we still try to enhance performance. Can we can get the better data rate than 1 gigabit per second. So for the throughput wise, is the 3.2 gigabits per second for sure. That's for the data rate. So we still enhancement performance. It's IP66. So by the end of this year, where we can launch the long distance for the point to point, or it can connect to the MLTG 360 DN. So can provide a point to multiple point solution as well. Then for the EAP104, okay, this one is Wi-Fi 6 products is the 2 by 2. But regardless for some MDU or some the hospitality application here, so they support a 4 gigabit Ethernet and the 1 RJ45 the phone pass-through, except the site the interface on the back, just close to the wall, support a 1 gigabit Ethernet and a 1 RJ45. Okay, then we use the uh, micro B USB console. Can be powered by L2.3 AT. Support Bluetooth. And by the end of Q1, we'll face in Wi-Fi 6. This one is powerful because this is 8 by 8. So one 5G Ethernet, 1 gigabit, and one USB 3.0. And also, we know the troubleshooting is better to support a console. So it's also have the 4-pin serial console inside. But that one, because it's 8 by 8, so you can have the two options. You can use the one a port support L2.3 BT or two port power cascade use the L2.3 AT together. And next year Q2, so you can see we contribute to the Wi-Fi 6E. We call it the EAP 105. Okay. For the 2.4 gigahertz is 4 by 4. Then 5 gigahertz is also 4 by 4. Then have the one 6 gigahertz radio 2 by 2 inside. Actually, we have the one dedicated sniffer radio inside. So it can be powered by BT and also two port for the AT and one 5 gigabit Ethernet, 4 gigabits Ethernet, and also one RJ45 console. And the Wi-Fi 6 part, we want to contribute more the auto access point. Normally, it's the type of Wi-Fi or our standard EC cloud or controller base because we found a lot of the demand from the auto access point. So for the OP101, is a 2 by 2 internal antennas. Also, we have the Bluetooth and Zigbee support. And OAP 101 small e. This one is external antenna type. So it will depends your application. If you all like the omnidirectional, you can choose the OP101. But if you want to do more flexible to choose a directional antenna or omnidirectional antennas, you can choose the OP101. So the IP rating IP68 -40 to 65. For the OP102, so this one, yeah, is also the 2 by 2, but it's Wi-Fi 6E. Okay, so OB102 same design idea is an internal omnidirectional inside. OB102E, it is the whole external antenna type, IBCT8 and a -40 to 65 degrees. So you can see the Edgecore roadmap, no matter it's Wi-Fi 6 or Wi-Fi 6E indoor and outdoor. So actually, we also contribute, also think about if we want to implement like a 4x4 Wi-Fi 6 outdoor or not. But it will be just from the demand. Okay, then just one more some specific case here. The smart is also the called smart learning. So you can see OAP 100 is here. So as I mentioned, it support LTE function inside. So actually they call it a mobile card. Yeah, you can do the some let the students to get the internet access easily, and they also use the two card. Then we can use the point to point, choose another antenna like a direction antenna inside, so you can achieve the 3 kilometer. So actually, you can regard the OB101. You can do the point to point, point to another point, and with the LTE support, you can regard it as a mobile hotspot service. At that time, we use the EC Cloud to do the management and also provide the Wi-Fi 5, 4x4 indoor access point for the indoor, the students get internet and they have the very smart switches for them. Okay, and this one is a famous in Taiwan. Okay, it's a very big chain store. So we proposed the EC Cloud because at the time they use the different brand the controller base, but from the IT manager told us use the controller base. Sometimes it's not real time. They want to do the setting by the internet. So EC Cloud would be the best solution. So because they want to provide a good service, internet service to the customer, so they need a very good seamless roaming. So we help them to do the site survey and try to adjust the antennas angles. So at that time, we support more than 600 wireless point and some like a PU switch to them. And now these needs continue to extend to other chain stores. This one is for the hotel. Okay, but just to let you know, for the hotel, I think similar application like the shopping mall, because you know for the hotel, the IT manager always go every different places to do to serve to the customers. So the cloud base will be the suitable one. So at that time, they also use the different other brand the controller base, but it's not so convenient. Okay, here this one we combine to let you know we combine the controller solution and the EC cloud solution together. Why? Because this one they all use they need to like create the tunnels, VPN tunnels to different place. So they want to have a secure the VPN, the tunnel environments. And also they need a lot like a triple A or user management. So in the local side, we set up one, the EWS 5203 controller there to handle the whole traffic and the triple A and user management. But the whole device management, you will go through the EC cloud. So it will be like a mixed solutions and the cloud, for the cloud, the loading is not so high and the traffic can just go locally. So we always provide this mixed solution to the customers. And for sure, we have a lot of like a pure switch at the same time. Okay, so actually it's the last one, our use case for the customers. So now actually, I think we also can reserve the time for you to, if you have any questions, you can test in the dialogue. Let me check the questions. Okay, the first one is, let me see. Does the ECS41-52P ready to be super easy cloud? Yes, I think this customer should be the Edgecore existing customer now. Yes, actually, you can download our latest the device, the software. You can call our technical support, and we can give you the latest software, and we already support that. Yep, no problem for that. Okay, let me see other questions. Okay, other question is asking, um, for the tip open Wi-Fi, um, the customer is asking for the tip open Wi-Fi for the EC Cloud really can manage other branding the devices. Actually, yes. If you join the tip of Wi-Fi, the tip already announced another document in the tip of Wi-Fi. So it also show customers how to demo use the EC Cloud to manage the tip certified access point. So you can follow the document. Sure, if you want to, yeah, just want to see the EC Cloud, how to work, yeah, just contact and leave your message in the Edgecore website and we can support you. It will be no issues. Okay, next question. Okay, this one, yeah, is Edgecore is eating constant. So they are asking when they can get the samples for the long distance like MLTG, THC, and LR. Actually, we do have the beta sample now, but since it's a beta, so the CR solution, yeah, we always need to do a lot of field trials. So I think by the end of this year, if you just issue the demand, we can provide the samples to let you do the field trial. And also at that time, the EC Cloud can manage the LR version as well. So you can use the EC Cloud. Okay. So maybe last questions. What's the main difference between the controllers and the EC Cloud? Okay, it's very good question because for the use case, for the customer, for me, for my experience is when you um some customer like the government. Normally, when you propose the EC Cloud, they will ask a lot of questions related to like the security, privacy, because it's running in the public cloud. So actually, it's not so easy. And for government part, for sure, they will all need, okay, they want to own by themselves because they also have the IT department. They want to secure the data by themselves. So the controllers will be suitable. And for the functionalities, the difference, controller for sure you can set up like the VPN tunnels, even yeah, and you can do the as I mentioned user management like a AAA. The EC Cloud now it just can have like the device management, and we do have the radio server there, so you also can do the authentication, but it cannot create the tunnels. But for the multiple tenancy point of view, for sure it's running in the public cloud. So EC cloud you can create a lot of site. But for the controller base, because simply it's all rely on like the CPU and the memory size. So you have the limited. For example, now controllers we just can support like a 16 service zone. For sure, you can service zone is independent. You can set up different policy, but it still have the limited. So come back to the except like the government the projects, but for the, some ISP, they provide the internet service to the customers. So EC Cloud will be suitable because they can do the anytime, any place to do the setting for the remote for the customers. For sure, the controller you can do remote lock, but not so easy. Okay, but easy cloud, as long as you have internet, you can see a lot of information there. You can do the reboot, you can do the troubleshooting easily. So I think that's the difference for the application part. But sometimes, as I mentioned, we can do the combination. between the controllers and the EC cloud. You can propose two solutions to them, and it can be mixed. They can get the different benefit for different solutions. Okay. Okay. One more last questions. Okay. Then this one is regard like the EAP 104. Yes, the launch time. This one should be like the ISP for the hotel application. Yeah. We designed this is all for the hospitality, but you wanted the samples to be ready by the end of this year. I have to say no, because they're still in design stage, and we need to do the trial. We will choose the golden partner to get the whole feedback. Then I believe the next Q1, early Q1, we can get the samples to test. Yeah, then it will be easy way. Okay, I think the time is up. So thanks for your time today and your attention. So if you have any messages you want to get from us, just leave your messages like the sales edgecore.com, or you can serve the Edgecore website. The whole product information out there, no matter it's the standard wireless or like the mini wave CR solutions or like the chip open Wi-Fi, we do support. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.